Okay, we're live.
No, we're not.
Oh, okay.
I have a pulse. Actually, I got one in each wrist, so that must be an extra. You want to borrow one?
Okay, we're live. Welcome, Purple, and a very stable Merking, and anyone else who happens to be watching. I don't think anyone is at the moment. It's saying
Built
zero.
it and they shall
We've got
come.
one person watching now.
Who would watch this shit?
Yeah, I know. But one person is.
Well, that one person is a very sad person.
Well, they're smart enough to keep their identity hidden.
Yes. So, Purple, you were just asking, what are we going to talk about apart from COVID-19? And
the room went quiet.
What
else are you going to talk about? We
could
talk
Lordship
about Merkins.
Lordship, welcome, Lordship Mayhem. Yeah. Thank you for dropping by.
Is he the sad person?
Yeah.
Oh.
Somebody new. Haven't seen that handle around before.
Maybe he's lost.
Yeah, well, I was just sending out a bunch of care packages because I'm still able to get some things that seems other people in other states can't find, like toilet paper and soap.
Oh, Jesus!
And I made up a batch of homemade hand sanitizer because people can't even get the ingredients to make their own.
Yeah.
In the future, historians will laugh at us because toilet paper.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm wondering, even if this goes on for a few months, what are these people who have been hoarding the toilet paper going to do with this? Because there's got to be people out there who were like buying it by the pallet.
Yeah.
It's one of the great mysteries of life. I don't understand why people are buying toilet paper. I mean, I understand what you do with it. I get that. But do you really need so much of it?
If diarrhea was one of the symptoms of the virus, then I could kind of understand it. But, it's not like people were going to be needing a huge amount more than what they usually use.
I know. It's weird.
Well, I'm starting to see some in the stores around here.
Okay, I've achieved it, ladies and gentlemen. I've made fire. I've made fire.
Yay!
My God, can you imagine what it's like, or what it would have been like when you were a Neanderthal? I can't say that word. A Neanderthal person trying to make fire with twigs.
I've done it.
That's me now. That's me. I'm fucking trying to make fire.
Oh, Mel, hey.
I know. Actually, I can. I got my time wrong, so.
Oh, the scientism.
Do what?
The scientism is here.
The scientism. Yeah, with my pizza.
Awesome.
Mel, have you caught the 5G?
I have caught the 5G and I'm loving it.
Okay. Does it hurt?
No.
I'm finding it to be quite itchy.
It's itchy. You should go to a doctor for that.
No, I don't trust doctors because they work for the government and they do tyranny.
And the Illuminati.
Exactly.
I don't trust anyone, and I'm resenting that they made me buy a 3G phone.
Oh, you're doing the 3G. Loving it.
I might have the 5G.
Well, I've only got the 3G phone because they told me that because they're upgrading the network in a couple of months, they're not going to support the phone I had.
Ah, I see. Yeah, no, it looks like I'm still on a 4G network, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think they've rolled out the 5G in the city here yet.
I'm going to totally nerd your heads off now. because a scientist just looked at her phone to see if she had 5G, and this is really annoying me now.
Why?
Because you're a scientist, Mel. You don't look at your phone to see if you have 5G.
Well, if I'm on a 5G network, it would show up on there.
Have you got a 5G phone?
It might be. It's one of the iPhones.
It might be. And she calls herself a scientist. For fuck's sake, we are all going to die.
Yeah, we are.
This is what we trust.
Okay.
So, how have you been coping, Scientist Mel?
I work all the time, so it's like and I'm fortunate to where I can work from home, which is great. I'm not complaining about that. I know that's a privilege, but it's like it has its own challenges because I never leave work and go home. It's like time to go to work, and so
I've actually heard from
lot
many
of people
that was the problem with working at home, that they wind up feeling burned out because they feel they never get away from work.
Yeah, I mean, and again, I understand that it's a privilege to be able to do that, and I recognize that it has its own downsides. So I often try to just go outside. So I'll take my iPad outside and try to sit outside and get some work done there. But now I'm working still. It's just
the clever psychiatrist people will be enjoying this.
Probably.
Because we are learning many things about humans.
Yeah.
And how humans are really shit, which I've known always. Look at my tweets. I maintain that 83% of humans are shit. But the psychiatrists will love this because in the future they will write books about this.
Oh yeah.
And
definitely.
And they will point at us and laugh because there are people, not just silly people, but normal, clever people like Scientist Mel. She's just indicated now that she is not. This is not normal for her. So even the normal people are struggling.
Well, but don't worry. The Dunkirk spirit will see us through.
Exactly.
I could never do normal to begin with, so.
I'll tell you what we should do, Mike. Whilst the Americans are here, because we're patriotic, should we give a little bit of recognition to Her Majesty the Queen, who wears a green dress?
Oh gosh, that was awesome. Somebody put her in a Starfleet uniform, and I lost it.
That was totally my favorite one. There were lots of funny things, but the Starfleet uniform just did it for me. That was awesome.
Oh gosh,
Make it so, you Madge.
Oh God. Her Madge. Yeah, I don't have a lot of friends that are Royalists over in the UK. Many of them are just like, they need to pay taxes.
But my personal view is that Elizabeth should be our final monarch. That's it.
Oh, fight. I'm going to fight you.
Oh boy.
I'm not going to go there because we've got Americans here and they really don't get it. But
okay.
No, not at all. I don't.
I do have friends that are Royalists, and the ones that tend to be that are the ones who have served in Her Majesty's army, or in the engineers. I have a friend that used to be an engineer, and so they have a lot of
I'm not really into all that stuff, and believe it or not, my American friends, we don't really do what you think we do. We don't bow and curtsy. We don't give a shit. We really don't.
No, but I know. I get that.
I think Prince Charles has got the right idea, because when he gets the job, he's going to slim it down and get rid of all the superfluous nonsense. So it will be him and a son, and that's it. None of these stupid, pointless people, like the ginger one. Oh shit! Sorry, Mel.
Harry.
Sorry.
Harry is the most fun, man.
Oh my god! I just said it. Oh, sorry, Mel. The one. What was she called? Mike. What was she called?
Which
You've
one?
lost me. Harry's wife.
Harry's wife?
No. I'm talking old school.
Fergie.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Oh, Fergie. Oh, yeah.
I mean, she's just shit and pointless. so get rid of her and all the superfluous nonsense. Let's just have a king who has a son and he has a wife, and that's it. Leave it there, and we're all good and happy.
We got Doc Fearson here.
And happy. We're all good and happy. How are you all today? Have you had your tea?
Oh my god, she's doing the Dick Van Dyke.
No. What's up, governor? Do you need a sweeper?
But here's the thing.
I so wish I was recording this, because that is gonna.
Well, it is recording. You can play it back later.
You think I want to watch this shit? Fucking hell.
50 years ago, there's no way Charles would be able to be king. He would have to abdicate. Because he has married a divorcee.
Yeah, I don't like him. I think he's an absolute tit, because firstly, he did that thing with that woman, and secondly, he talks to flowers.
Okay.
Also, and this is really bad, he's promoted homeopathy, and that is a big no-no in my book.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you would do that thing with a woman if one would let you get close enough.
That was a burn. I felt that burn. Oh my goodness.
I've just glanced.
Do you need some ointment for that burn?
I've just glanced to the right, and there are people watching this now.
Sorry, I used up all my yellow-making hand sanitizer.
We've got Doc Fearson in the house.
Yep.
So we've got to be on our best behavior.
Oh, well, that's me out.
Gosh.
I'm gone.
No, for you, this is your best behavior. We know we can't expect anything of you.
To be fair, before we went live, I did ask Mike if I was allowed to swear, and he said I could.
Y'all see, I have a new fur baby. Look at this. Isn't she cute?
Okay, cute puppy time.
Isn't she cute? Her name is Nina. She's a cute little. Yeah, she's about the size of a large shoe.
Yeah, she is, but my cat would think it's just a big mouse.
And she curls up like a little fox. It's just really cute. So she's like, you made me get up, and now I'm on the interwebs, the YouTube.
Oh.
She's cute though. She kind of breaks up the monotony of the meetings that I have to go to. But like, hey guys, look, here's Nina. Nina thinks you're doing a good job, so keep it up.
See, I really appreciate you sharing Nina with us, because I'm not allowed pets in my place.
Oh
no!
I know I'm allergic to cats, but I can't imagine living without having an animal around. Yeah, just my entire life, I always grew up with 3 cats in the house.
She's like a little baby. It's just, she had a nightmare the other night. And she was just and I was just like, oh, it's okay. And she poked her little head up. She used to be, we kind of adopted her from another home that can't take care of her anymore. So we're like, okay. So she's kind of a rescue of sorts, but she got a little cataract, but we're going to get that fixed, aren't we? But she's freaking cute. Hello.
Well, actually, right now, Sammy's upstairs playing with Petunia, so.
See, my mum and dad have got a rescue cat. And called Daisy. And she was evidently she was treated quite badly in her previous home.
That's sad.
And she could not come near my kids for years. Every time we visited my parents, Daisy would make herself scarce. But just last year, when we visited them for Christmas, she was actually able to come into the sitting room with us and be around us, with the kids around. So that's a leap forward for her.
Oh, that is.
I'm not interested in pets at all. I think they're entirely pointless and shit.
Well, you're a very miserable Merkin.
I expect they have the same opinion of you.
You know what? I'm happy now because Scientist Mel just said Merkin. My life is complete. I'll tell you a funny. I don't like animals. I'm lying, I do, because they're awesome. I used to own 250 sheep. And
Wow.
sheep are wankers. They can fuck off. I don't like them because they die. They keep dying.
You're a terrible shepherd, man. Or a herder.
No, I'm an awesome shepherd. No, I'm not. I'm shit. But they keep dying.
Aren't they supposed to die eventually so that we can eat them?
They do it all the time. They don't do it on demand. They don't have a schedule.
I expect the problem had to do with cramming 250 sheep into your flat.
They die. they keep dying. But anyway.
What are you doing to the sheep, man?
Don't even go there, Mel.
Yeah, you don't want to ask.
I'm just saying, it's okay to love your pets and your sheep. It's not okay to love your sheep. You know what I mean? So
I was young and I needed the money, and because I'm European, SJ.
Man, you could have made so much money with all them bestiality brothels.
But I'll tell you one thing: I don't like animals. I think they're pointless and stupid. But I do remember a very good friend of mine. I can't remember his name. He was a dog. And he was very cool, and I miss him. He died about, I can't remember when, but he was very cool. He was my buddy.
Well, I'm sticking to cats because I'm stuck with an apartment. I think if you're going to have a dog, you need to at least have a yard so it's got some room to run.
Yeah. Well, the hawks would get Nina. I live out in the country, and so when I take her outside, I have to kind of keep her close because we have hawks.
Yeah,
you know who's watching this, don't you?
What?
SJ, and she's so excited because we're talking about animals. and look at me and Mike. We're European, so we obviously do the sex with goats.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Obviously.
She's a hot mess, man.
Okay, I missed what SJ said about animals because I don't really pay attention to her.
Oh God, she was insinuating that atheists have sex with goats.
No. Incorrect. She was
bestiality brothels.
She was insinuating, air quote, that European people do the sex with goats.
Yes.
That's you. That's you, Mike. You and me. We do the sex with goats because we're from Europe. Because the baby Jesus, who's a capitalist, doesn't like Europe, and he invented hospitals.
I mean, she did use the term bestiality brothels. I mean, that is a thing she said.
She absolutely did, Scientist Mel. I've got the T-shirt. I've shown it to
you. Bestiality brothels. Can you believe that?
God, we need to get those printed on T-shirts.
Well, I've shown it to people, and if I had money, I would get them printed. Because no, actually, I won't do that because if I was to wear such a thing in these times outside, I would get arrested.
You get arrested just for being outside. Period. Full stop.
I
Well,
know.
you should just put the design up on Teespring and see if anybody buys it.
Yes, Teespring is your friend.
I did it. I went to that Teespring thing or whatever you call it, and I designed a bestiality brothel T-shirt, like you do.
Yeah,
when you're bored.
that's completely normal.
That is completely normal. I did it for science, Mel.
I believe you.
And it does look rather jaunty, but I had to leave it there because I think it would be a tad unwise to wear such an item of clothing in public.
Yeah, for people who don't get the reference, I'm sure you get some strange looks.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a very niche reference.
Yeah, nobody. Yeah, niche. That's a nice word. I like that. Nobody ever gets my references. This is why I don't go outside, because I'll get arrested.
SJ, she's something else.
No, she's a bag of filthy toilet. She's so messed up.
Oh, yeah.
She's sick and vile. Let's change the subject, please, because somebody on the tweeters mentioned the other day about her masturbating, and I vomited for 3 days.
Why would you give us that mental image now? For real.
Oh God, I feel sick now.
Well, now, Mike, you can go and put SJ in the tags since we talked about her, and they'll get you extra hits on this.
You're never gonna get SJ in this chat because we're not famous enough. Mel's very famous, but we are just nobodies.
She seems to like to go at Mel a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, has she done that recently? I haven't noticed.
I've got a collection of her bad tweets, and she's made it very clear that she's made it clear what she is.
Yeah.
And she goes for the famous people. If you've got a blue tick, she'll talk to you.
Yeah, well, I mean, the whole mess with her getting upset with me was because I asked her for her sources, and she said, "Go read my website," and I said, "Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that." So I want your studies to reinforce this, not your particular perspective hashed out even further. If I wanted your perspective, I have Twitter for that. I don't need it more in depth. So, and she got mad, and then she decided to call me ugly thing. So I'm like, okay, you do you too. So
she blocked me. She blocked me because she tweeted that Jesus is the answer to depression.
Oh yes, I remember that. I called her out on that too. She didn't like that either.
And I basically told her to go fuck herself. And the horse she rode in on. And she blocked me. Then a few months later,
she unblocked you.
Yeah, Paula Gia retweeted one of my tweets, and so an SJ noticed, and she unblocked me. So that's the kind of person she is.
Yeah, this is how it works. She blocks, she unblocks, she blocks, she unblocks.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a really messed up mind.
Well, that's why I don't pay any attention to her anymore, because I heard about her having that pattern that when she's not getting enough attention, she goes and unblocks a bunch of people just to stir up drama again.
Yeah.
I only pay attention because it's like watching a car crash. She's so messed up. I can't see what she says anymore because she has now blocked me. I guess in 2 weeks' time she'll unblock me.
I don't have enough time to watch the people that I actually am interested in following.
Yeah. Do you remember? Oh, you know the clever psychiatrist people who came out, not in a gay way, but who came out and said, "We have to now say that Donald Trump has a mental issue," because psychiatrists don't do that, do they? That's a big no-no. You don't do that.
No, generally not publicly.
Exactly. So I would never call anybody out for being a bit messed up in the head. But SJ is a fucking mental fuck up. She's just wrong.
Well, I mean, if nothing else, there's definitely some serious narcissism going on in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She certainly needs. She certainly needs some kind of intervention.
Help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, I think this is going to be one of your most popular videos because
I put SJ's face on the thumbnail, and she'll watch it because it's about her.
Yeah,
she
and
will.
then she'll do a mad tweet about it, so then a lot more people will see it.
I'll tell you what winds me up. When she does her videos, she stands up while she does them, doesn't she? And to me, it sounds like she's recording a greeting message on a 1975 answering machine.
Yeah, I see that.
Who does that? Who does that?
Only SJ.
Hi, you're through to SJ. Leave your message.
You know, I just don't have anything to do with her. She's quite, pernicious, and
That's a good word. I like that.
and the behaviors that I see where she enlists other people to kind of go after others, and then there's this, because there are people that hate me, and I'm like, okay, that's fine, I don't care.
Yeah.
Make a video about me. No.
I keep saying what
I'm gonna go on my channel and I'm gonna go. Okay.
I keep saying whatever anyone else thinks of me is none of my business.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care.
Yeah, I just don't have the time for that kind of stuff.
Yep. So
that's the thing, isn't it? You shouldn't care. It's not real life. It's Twitter. It's YouTube. It's not real life.
Yeah, that's it.
Who cares?
Yeah.
There are much more important things to be concerned about in this very shit world, rather than people who debate me.
Yeah, debate me, bro.
Debate me, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Free speech.
Yeah, I haven't got big enough for any of those to notice me yet.
Oh, look, Spooky Bedhair just said something. How are they doing it?
Oh, hey, Spooky.
Are they doing this on circumcision? What the fuck is he talking about? Are they doing this on YouTube when they do the comments?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not very used to this.
Oh, okay. Well, you can pull up the pop-out chat from YouTube and put it over your StreamYards window so it's easier to watch it.
So do you think people are watching us now?
Yes.
Yeah, we've got a couple of people there.
watching.
We've got at least 3 people in the side chat.
Should I put some should I put some pants on?
I don't think it'd be much. I don't think it would make much of a difference. But you do you.
Apparently, there's a lot of people going without pants because Walmart has noted an increase in the sales of shirts and tops, but not in bottoms.
Purple. It's totally a thing. You know how everybody is now doing Zoom?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Apparently, since so many people are working from home, they think they only need to get dressed from the waist up.
I find it quite funny. All these people who have never used the internets before are now using Zoom, which is brilliant because it's a good thing. And they're not wearing pants. And you know what? I'm a very good believer in not wearing pants. So
yeah, but I'm just thinking, like, you're in this teleconference with 4 or 5 other people, and something happens that somebody has to get up. And it's like they're wearing like a dress shirt and a tie, and they stand up and they're in their pajama bottoms.
Yeah.
And that must be happening as a regular thing now.
I just made Scientist Mel a mod.
Oh, did you?
Oh,
Yeah.
you should not have done that.
Why?
I gave you a blue spanner now.
Yeah.
You do, Mike. You do realise that Scientist Mel is not wearing pants.
Can you confirm or disconfirm?
I'm wearing biker shorts, like biking shorts.
Okay.
So, pants in your language, in the British language, it'd be like panties or underwear or something like that, right?
Or boxers.
Yeah, or boxers. So a very stable Merkin is not wearing his panties right now, is what he just told everybody. But I'm wearing my biker shorts.
Panties? No. You are American. You've just totally done that wrong.
Well, you said pants. You're not wearing pants. I'm assuming that you're not wearing your panties right now.
Mike,
He's not wearing life fronts.
Mike.
Okay. He's objecting to that. So Milky Stool is wearing panties.
Okay, fantastic. We got that. Is it lace or are they pink? It's like pink lace, or are you into satin?
I don't like any of you.
I hope it's not a thong.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
We had to take it there. We had to take it there. But Mel, moving swiftly on.
Yes, move swiftly on, please.
Can you debunk some of these myths surrounding COVID-19? Like for example, why are some British people burning 5G masts?
Oh, don't even get me started on this
5G
one.
towers. I thought it was towers, not masks.
We call them masks.
I will swear my head off on this one.
Yeah, I saw a video of some guy who was like sabotaging the wiring.
Yeah, I thought apparently there's some people who think that 5G causes COVID-19.
Yeah.
That's not a thing.
It doesn't cause it, but it spreads it.
Doesn't do that either. So
no, it's true.
How would radio waves spread a virus? I don't get the connection there.
No, neither do I.
It's true, Scientist Mel, because I saw it on YouTube.
Okay.
The 5G
is not true.
It's
not true.
Yeah, I know this. Play with me.
Oh, only if you're wearing your pink lace panties, Merkin.
Okay, I've got a religious question here that I've always wondered about since I was a kid.
Is it? I'm really confused now.
Well, why do they call the Friday before Easter Good Friday if it's supposed to be the day he was executed? I don't think Jesus had a good day.
It was good for us.
I've been discussing this, and I think I know the answer. Because it was only today that I realised it was Easter. Because every day is the same. And the bin men did not come today, Mike.
No.
And I'm really pissed off about this.
Yeah, Sloth Girl just reminded me last night that was this weekend.
I think it's because of foreskins. I've had a discussion about this. And I think it's about foreskins.
Right.
Now, see,
you may need to elaborate.
I'm not going to elaborate on foreskins because you'll get demonetized.
Okay. Well, I'm not.
Okay. Can you go as far as 3 skins, and then we can kind of fill it in from there?
Personally, no, I can't. I can do a 2, maybe a 3, but I can't do a 4.
Well, I'm half Jewish, so I've got a 2 skin.
Oh, that's awesome.
You're half Jewish. How does that work? Do they just do one side of it? You're only circumcised on the right side.
Look at Scientist Mel's face. She's totally ignoring us. Because
I told
she's ignoring us
Sofa,
because
I
she
told
has to.
Sofa that I would have to work a little bit while we
She
were
has
talking.
to. She has to maintain her air of professionalism.
I'm actually working while I'm talking.
You work too much. You make the rest of us look bad.
Well,
You're always doing research things.
The world is. I'm not. Well, I'm actually having to write an online course for a college.
Oh.
And help with others. So it's like, and they need this in like less than a month.
Well, that sounds cool.
Wow.
And so there's that, and then all the other demands.
By the way, did everybody see the trailer that Gonna Go For It did for Mel?
Oh, it was cool. That was really nice.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, you got to go check it out. That was awesome.
It was awesome. It was really awesome.
It's just this whole thing of like driving through the city and everything is advertising for Mel.
Go For It. Go For It is rather cool. I'll tell you who else is cool and who I would really love to be in this chat. Because this is our COVID chat. This is us being safe 2 meters away from each other. Except for Mel, because she's like about 3 inches away from me. Go. Step back, Mel. Step back. Be safe.
Yeah, some people still don't get the concept of social distancing.
No.
Like in the grocery store, if you are hitting me with your cart, you are not 2 meters away.
Yeah. Here's one.
I'm still struggling with the fact that Americans know what 2 meters is.
It's about 6 feet, 2 meter sticks.
Yeah.
Yep.
That sums it up.
Well, see, that's why
that's each one of those. Yeah.
That's why you people in the UK and in Europe, have an advantage over us that with social distancing, you get an extra 6 3/4 inches.
Whoa, you went there.
But here's one. Now, does garlic help with COVID-19?
Are you actually doing this, Mike? Are you seriously doing this? Really?
Okay, garlic.
I used to like you, but now you're just talking toilet.
Garlic will help nourish you while you have the COVID-19. If you put it in your food and you put the food in your mouth, you will get some nutrients.
Also, if you eat enough garlic, it will make people more likely to stay 6 feet away from you.
Yep.
Does it prevent COVID-19?
No.
No. Why not?
Is this the Joe McHale show? What fucking hell is happening?
Wash your hands. Don't touch your face when you're out. People who wear, so I've been seeing people, I wear gloves every time I go out, and then they touch all the things, and then they grab their phone while they have their gloves on, and then they touch their keys, and then they grab, and they're touching things with all of these freaking stuff. So if they manage to get COVID-19 on whatever counters they were touching when they were shopping, they just spread it all over their stuff. So if you don't know how to use gloves, don't use them. Just wash your hands. Just wash your freaking hands.
Or they're wearing the gloves and they get in their car with the gloves on, and it's like, okay, now you just spread it all over your steering wheel anyway.
And then they take it off.
I like what Scientist Mel just said. I think that's a very poignant PSA. If you don't understand gloves, don't wear them.
I think somebody had, I posted a meme that I found, and it said, where if using your gloves and touching everything with like your gloves is like using a condom, the same condom with multiple people.
See,
yeah.
Another thing that people are doing is they're wiping everything that they receive through the mail.
Have you had your letter from Boris yet, Mike?
Yes, I have.
I've not had mine.
Haven't you?
No. Does
So
that mean
I got a postcard from Trump last week.
Oh, I did
does
too.
this mean I'm going to die?
Yes.
I'm going to ask Scientist Mel because you're being a dick, so I'm going to ask stupid questions also. Scientist Mel, is it true that if I don't receive a letter from Boris Johnson that I've caught the 5G and I'm going to die?
Yes. It's
Sorted. See, she just answers questions.
You heard it. You heard it here first.
I'm kidding. No, that's not even a thing, man.
Okay, one of the questions I've had seriously is there seems to be a lot of conflicting information about how long the virus can survive on things like paper and cardboard.
Yeah.
So, is this actually something that could you get it through the mail if, like, the mail carrier had it and was, handling your packages?
I tend to, because I'm used to kind of like working in, using minimizing contamination under a hood and stuff. I'm already used to doing that. So honestly, I tend to just open the freaking thing with gloves, and then I get me some spray and I spray down the stuff on the inside with a disinfectant spray of some kind. Let it air dry, or if you have it really good and covered, you can wipe it down with like a clean cloth. But you take your gloves off after you sprayed the things down and you put it away. And I usually do that outside. I don't often bring them into my house. And I still decontaminate my groceries. So I'll go and get my groceries and they'll put it in my car. And I'll bring it home and then I just spray down and wipe down everything and carry them in. The likelihood of transmitting through that isn't really high.
It's a very minimal risk.
Yeah,
It's negligible.
It is. It's negligible. It's really not high, but I just do that anyway.
Okay, well, that's pretty much what I thought, but some people were arguing it to be a bigger hazard.
It's a very negligible risk, but of course you must always be careful.
Yeah, I mean, so, it's like my sister has AI disease. My brother's allergic to poultry, and then I have a mother who's in her 60s, so it's just, I'm just used to doing that anyway. So,
yeah.
Or it's a habit.
The clever scientists have updated the rules. Because the 2 meter thing, stop laughing, Mel. I mean, the proper scientists, not like you, the proper scientists have updated the rules. And so the 2 meter thing, which was actually quite clever, that involved you emitting droplets from your mouth. And droplets only travel a certain distance and then they fall on the floor.
Yeah.
But we're now talking about, I can't say this word without giggling, but we're now talking about aerosols, which sounds like arseholes, but we're now talking about aerosols. and so your breath, I'm going to show you something, Mike. No, not now when people are watching, but later. Aerosols. So when you breathe, it's not just about the droplets anymore. It's about the lightweight stuff that lingers in the air.
Go. Wash your hands. Keep 2 meters distance. Disinfect if necessary. If you're an essential worker, just as a pro tip for the essential workers, it's a good idea to have.
This feels like being married. Are you nagging me?
I'm nagging you. So if for individuals who are essential workers, my sister, her husband, my brother-in-law, he's an essential worker and he works for a grocery company. And so he's out near the warehouse, and the warehouse out here has already had positive cases of COVID-19. So if you stay abreast of the information, first of all, that's why I'm going ahead and disinfecting some of my groceries, just because, we have warehouse workers that have that. But it's good to have a protocol. Have your clothes that you wear outside on your job. Keep them separate. Throw them right in the washer when you get home, and have your clothes that you wear in your house. When you get home, throw your clothes in the washer, take a shower, all of that, and then, put on your in-house clothes. That's
Scientist Mel, I can't remember where you live, state-wise.
I'm in the South. I don't really say like which state I live in because
You don't have
they're
to.
weirdos. They're weirdos.
You don't have to, but I find it very weird that there are certain sections of your community, as in country, who are total fucking idiots. And I'm talking about the South, obviously.
Yeah.
Because they're still doing their weird church things.
There's some up north that are doing that, up in Iowa and stuff. That's more up north than here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah, but Iowa doesn't really count.
Do you think that people in your country, in general?
Sorry, Doc, but you're the only good thing in Iowa, as far as I'm concerned.
In general, do you think that people in your country are behaving?
I think I'm out in farmland, kind of south. I went to the grocery store yesterday, and the parking lot was full, and all of the places where there's spaces where you pull your car up and then they put your groceries in, those are practically empty. And I was like, my God, and there's no extra charge for them to bring your groceries out to you and collect them for you, just so you kind of minimize being inside the building with everybody else. But it's like, I haven't seen any church services going on, but I haven't really left my house that much. So I've just kind of holed up in here. But I think
I find it very fascinating, because this is an ideal time to watch human beings and to learn about them, because they are so stupid. They are really fucking stupid. And by the way, Mike.
Yes.
They get groceries delivered to their cars. What the fuck is that all about?
Who does?
It's so
The American people.
Well, this is something. Now, they've had it before, but when you consider that there might be people who are elderly or something like that who aren't as mobile, you can have people come and you can order your groceries, and then they'll put it all together and they'll put it in your car. I've been doing that because I don't want to be around people while we got this virus going on. So that's me. But for others, I don't understand why people use
I totally love that, because Scientist Mel just said, I don't want to be around people.
Well, I don't want to be around people while there's this potentially.
You could have just left it there. You're fine. I'm with you. People are shit.
Well, it's not so much that, so much as I don't want to continue to perpetuate the transmission of this virus.
Yeah.
So let me send this. See, it's like I'm working all the time.
I just can't even with Donald Trump anymore.
He might pardon Joe Exotic, guys. He's considering pardoning the Tiger King. That is a thing.
I'm not allowed to say the C word because I get banned from Twitter, but he is a fucking C word. He really is. If people are dying in their millions now, and he's wanging on about his fucking ratings.
Yeah.
It's pretty disgusting.
And this drug that he keeps pushing, what is it called?
It's called you will die if you eat it, and your balls will fall off.
It's hydroxychloroquine, and they've just purchased $60,000 worth of it to use in the prisons. So we're now going to start doing human testing on our prisoners. I don't know why they're doing this. It's like this seems like, where's the ACLU in all this? How is this not destroying, the basic civil liberties?
A little fun fact for you. Guess who's bought shares in the company?
Oh, I know he has.
Produced that drug.
I know he has.
Not him. Somebody else. I'll give you a clue. He's really not gay.
Pence?
That means nothing to me.
Mike Pence,
Mike
yeah.
Pence. Oh, okay.
How many points do I get for that?
3.
I mean, honestly, that could be lots of the white men in Congress right now. So it's really not gay. Come on, Ted Cruz and the whole dildo scandal.
Yeah. They're all totally not gay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, maybe that's why he wants to pardon Joe Exotic.
Yeah.
I saw a meme going around. If you have 20 tigers and like 4 ounces of meth, how many straight guys can you turn gay? Watch that show. His husbands were technically straight and just hung around him because he had meth and tigers. They were situation. They had situational homosexuality.
Yeah. But
situational homosexuality. Okay, that's a new phrase, but this has to have applications.
We see situational homosexuality in prisons.
But Trump, going back to Trump and this hydro, whatever it was called, I can't even pronounce it. But he said, I saw a clip of him. He was saying at this news conference, saying, "Just try it. It's like magic. Just try it. You'll love it."
That guy needs to be. I'm not going to say.
He's a drug dealer.
Somebody needs to speak to the Italian people and get them to do a thing, because he needs to go. And I'm probably now going to get a knock on the door from the FBI, but he's got to go. You can't do that on live television. You can't actively promote a dangerous drug that will kill you, like it's QVC. You can't do that.
Well, he did.
He did it, and he also had the bloody My Pillow guy on.
I know.
I mean, what the fuck? Who does that?
But he needs to be investigated.
Well, he was. They said he was not guilty of collusion and all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Again,
what you've got to do, Americans, is make sure he doesn't get a second term, because if he does, you are totally fucked forevermore.
Well, unfortunately, we're totally fucked anyway, because the DNC sold everybody out trying to convince us that Biden is popular.
If he gets a second term, I will tell you now, I'm going to do one of my famous predictions now. You are all fucked.
Yeah. Well, the DNC was like, well, should we present a candidate who could actually win, or should we convince everybody they like Biden?
The most dangerous thing, I don't know how old any of you are, and I don't want to know, but I can remember the 80s, and I can also, I can't remember, but I'm familiar with 1963 and the Cuban Missile Crisis. If he gets in for a second term, we are going to die. So
he's already trying to kill us anyway with this virus. Hey, I'm trying to keep the numbers down. How's that going?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see the churches full by Easter.
It's in Italy they were using the churches. In Italy, they were using the churches to store the bodies because they were running out of space in the meat cooler trucks. So
yeah, he's going to kill us all.
He's trying, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
he will kill us all, and I'm not being flippant about this. I'm being genuine. If he gets in for a second term, we will all die.
Here's a chilling prediction that I have. If by some miracle Biden wins, Trump will turn around and say, well, I'm sorry, but this is a crisis situation. The Democrats can't be trusted to deal with this. So I am the Senate.
Yeah. That's totally what will happen.
Actually, I heard one encouraging scenario that if it were to happen that they can't hold the election, Trump's term would still end on January 20th. And it would go down the line of secession that since the president and the vice president were not elected at that point, it would then all the powers would fall to the Speaker of the House.
Pelosi.
I don't think she's very stable.
Well, she's certainly not my first choice, but this is the most encouraging scenario I've heard yet.
I'm not an expert on her, but I saw her on Colbert the other day.
Yeah, but if the choice is between Trump, Biden, and Pelosi, I'd rather go with Pelosi.
But maybe you should be president, because Merkin, because you are very stable.
I'm incredibly stable, and I appreciate that kind statement. Unfortunately, I'm British, so I'm not allowed to be the president of the United States of America, because you have to be American and over the age of 30. I fulfill one of those requirements. But I would be a good president, I really would. In fact, I would give you all free chocolate.
That's a good platform to run on.
I think so. I would win.
Can we? But can we?
And yogurt. I'd give you yogurt as well.
You should have stopped at the chocolate. Now you've lost about 30% of your vote.
I'm on a roll.
But is it okay to hate Boris again now that he's out of intensive care?
Oh, is he out?
Yeah.
Oh, don't get me started on this one. I will swear my head off. I'm in trouble.
I take it you're not a big supporter of him.
Oh, fuck off. Who is?
Well, a lot of people are.
I'm in trouble because, you know, the new hospital, air quotes, I don't like it. I think it's shit and it's a pile of nonsense. So I'm now unpatriotic because it's a pile of wanky lies.
It's a pile of wanky lies.
Oh, say that again, Scientist Mel. I'm going to... I love it when she does these things. I'm going to record them and download and...
Oh, Billy from the Geek Room. He managed to get me to say some things. He plays it sometimes on the salt mine. It's like, oh my goodness! It's we were talking about Shani for Christ one day, and now I don't know. Do y'all know who she is?
I'm just thinking about you saying a pile of wanky things, and I can't stop thinking about it.
Well, if you haven't checked out Shani for Christ, the Geek Room talks about her often. They she's constantly saying she is up for Mother of the Year award.
Oh, wow!
She's not. Her and Rev are not very nice people.
Okay.
They're pretty awful, and even to their own kids. So it's like they hold no issue whatsoever ripping both of them a new one in the video. So he has a little Easter egg he got me to say one day and recorded it. Billy from the Geek Room did, and he plays it.
Okay.
I'm going to give myself a new ringtone. My new alarm clock will now be Scientist Mel saying, "A pile of wanky things."
I could probably, it'd be funny if I had I could probably write a story and pretend I was reading out of a book and be very soft spoken while I was speaking about it. like Brian Cox does when he talks about physics. He's like so soft spoken. I'm like,
maybe make it like an ASMR thing.
Here's a bit of science fiction trivia. Apparently, when they were making Alien 3, the one that is set on a prison, on a prison ship.
Yeah.
And one of the prisoners is British, and he says the word wanker. And Sigourney Weaver someone had to explain to Sigourney Weaver what that meant.
I'm so tired of explaining to American people what wanker means because they just don't get it. I'm not paid for this.
Paid? Somebody's getting paid?
Apparently, people are getting paid, but not many of them.
Shani, for Christ and Riv don't do porn anymore? Wow. Okay, I'm behind. She had an OnlyFans account that was like you could see her take baths for $6.
Right.
Is the person who just sent that message aware that Scientist Mel is a webcam girl?
Well, I'm a cam girl for science, and I actually get paid for that now. So I guess I'm legit, man. I'm making money doing cam girl science. Yeah.
If you're getting paid for it, then you are officially a science whore.
Well, I'm not like it's not a sex worker job. It's like legit talking about science on camera all day. So,
it's totally about sex because SJ said so.
Oh, if SJ said so, then it must be true.
Yeah, that's where I got the cam girl for science stuff from. I was like, thank you for that. Now I have a new brand.
Yeah. Okay, but does anyone else wonder if this indicates that SJ has like a creepy crush on you?
I think, I wondered that a little bit. Not so much as a creepy crush, so much as a jealous thing. Like maybe that's what her husband's into.
Oh, no, she is jealous of you. I can tell you that now because you're popular and clever and she's not popular and has the brain the size of a fucking toenail.
Yeah. Well, she's got a lot the same mentality as Trump. She can't stand the idea that somebody's getting more attention than she is.
That's exactly right, Purple.
Okay.
You've nailed it in one. You've got it right.
I don't even get a whole lot of attention. I like have a day job and I do stuff and
she's got that jealousy that Trump has. She can't handle people being popular because she's not. And I've got the tweet saved somewhere in my collection of dirty, nasty things where she says, I've got collections. She says in a tweet what her goal is. She makes it very plain and simple. I can't quote it because I can't remember the words, but I'm paraphrasing. She says, my mission is to tell popular people how lovely God is, and I will ride on that. I am paraphrasing, but that's basically what she said.
Right.
She's an attention whore, and I tell you what, her husband is a dick.
Man.
Okay. And on that bombshell,
SJ, if you're listening, which I know you are, because you're a bit of a sad twat, sit down for 5 minutes, stop standing up and recording your stupid videos, sit down. Your husband's not going to talk to you because he's watching Fox News and that's all he ever does. Sit down. Listen, I'm gonna go Freud now. I'm gonna do a Sigmund on you, SJ. Sit down and have a wank.
Right.
Okay.
And on that bombshell, I think we're going to wrap things up because we've been speaking for over an hour. And yeah.
Oh, we used the full hour already.
Yeah. And so yeah, it's been good. Thanks for for dropping by as as usual. Thanks to my co-host Purple Rhymes with Orange and regular guest, a very stable Merking. And
can you stop? Can you please stop putting a G at the end of Merkin?
Oh, sorry.
It's a Merkin, not a Merking.
Okay. And
he's a murky Merkin.
And many thanks to veteran to this channel now, Scientist Mel, and thanks to all the mods doing.
You've got mods.
Yeah.
What do they do?
Yeah, I'm
seriously. What do they do? Because nobody watches this shit. So what do they do?
I'm getting deja vu here because I'm sure we had the same conversation this time last week. But yeah, thanks to everyone who tuned in and contributed. And yeah, so if you want to join in next week, then let me know, and I'll add you to the group on Twitter, and you'll get the link.
Don't do it. Yeah. Seriously, don't do it. It's an absolute waste of time. You could be better off spending your time knitting.
Yes. Okay, and
well, we can't knit because you killed all the sheep.
That's true.
So I'll say good night. Until next time.
Okay. Later.
I'm just going to